Hey there, YouTube. I'm Ikitsu. This is Ikitsu Times. Welcome to my channel, and welcome to a little bit of Menace. So, like I said, we're just going to be continuing along. We're going to do like our full mission, which is this whole operation here. Starting off with reclaiming a settlement from the bugs. This basically functions as just a kill all enemies mission and move towards a spot. It doesn't really make a huge difference compared to just literally move to spot while killing everything, which is kind of what you normally do. Like, I don't think that there's a huge variety of what you're doing in this type of mission here. Anyway, got a couple different ways to approach this. I think we just sort of go head on here. Bugs are dangerous up close. A lot of them are melee only, but we should actually be able to deal with this relatively okay. There's some weird stuff that happens in this game based on line of sight issues, so those are going to be like potentially janky ass game breaking things, but you know, whatever. All right, seeing something tough right off the gate there. But I can run right up to here anyway. So these things are like young alien warriors. They're actually quite strong. And they take a lot of damage as well. We can get some good hits here. But that's about the best we're going to be able to do. Okay, so we're just going to run up like to here with everybody else. So these guys, I guess, already acted or something like that because they're not moving again, but we can shoot at them with her, but what we could also try to do is just lure them forward. The way we would do that here in this particular case is we just have like someone take a turn before this thing goes, and it'll run up towards this thing, which does actually do something useful for us here. Have her bend down, I guess. Looks like it doesn't want to come closer, which is interesting because it should. It can see the truck that shot it, so the fact that it doesn't is a bit odd. We'll give it one more go with the gun here. Have him take a spot here. Now, I don't really want to shoot at them with this guy, but okay, apparently like it's just letting us go through all our dudes. Okay. It's not actually going to be able to attack us this turn. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Well, we got the kill anyway. Yeah, not sure what was up with that one. Alright, it was spotting for a blaster bug. That's actually really bad. Those things are quite scary. They have a big anti-tank shot. And they're quite armored. You can see that we haven't done very much damage to it. I'm going to move back after that. But we can go ahead and, well, let's actually do this. I'm going to have you stand up, start running towards it. And next turn we might hit it with the RPG first. But we'll see how damaged it is. Now, hitting targets like this does not actually deal damage, but we're not wasting the shots. They are damaging its armor a little bit, which is still useful. This is the kind of thing that we use the shots from the our MG from, so definitely fine here. We're probably best off having Darby just move up and fire at this guy and then fire at the other guy, because we can probably do a lot of damage to both units here. Like I said, we're sort of having her be the thing we're relying on to get everything done here. Unfortunately, those guys are fleeing. That means they might get away from us. Hopefully they don't. Ideally, we can get in here and do another shot against them before they can get away. Good. Accidentally ended Reiwa's turn when I should not have. Something can see her. A little bit worried about that. Maybe it's that. I don't think it is. Okay, there's a bunch of aliens over there. Shoot. Okay, so we actually need to retreat a bit. Kind of surprised at the distance that I was able to get. I would have actually moved her first if I had known that that was about to happen, but whatever, it's fine. Okay, so in spite of what you might think I should be doing here, we're going to try and get a kill against this unit here. That way we get the money off of it. Can move you up here. We'll be able to finish those guys off at the start of the next turn, potentially. I think I have to do this. Okay, we're just going to have her fire so that she gets the experience off of it. You do actually gain more experience by having your units like fire their guns or what have you, even if they don't really do anything useful. I think I can get away with not firing with her. I want to save her ammunition for later, because hers is the ammunition that does kind of some important stuff here that other people's doesn't. So we'll start our next turn with Lim here. We could actually potentially have Darby do this. These max range shots aren't going to be very effective, but we have got another round to fire at them, so that's good. Should be another one heading towards us, so just raining skills here. Again, I want to save her ammunition in this situation here. Although we can just run this guy over. Okay. These are slightly more dangerous. They got a ranged attack, but they're kind of far away, so I think we can do this. I'm running out of ammo for Darby, though. Oh, shit. There is actually, I think, a limited number of enemies that can appear on this map, so I don't have to worry about just chewing through them for forever, but... Alright, we can do this. It's what we brought... kind of what we brought these for, so... Nope, missed them both. Fantastic. This is what we were saving that ammunition for, although those guys as well make a compelling argument. Oh god. Okay, got some options here. I was hoping that would have a morale effect on this guy, but... funny. Okay, well. Okay, I still want to kill this thing. Okay. Shooting at him. This is an anti-tank gun they're firing at him, by the way. It's not really meant for infantry. They're kind of missing, too, so... Okay, I want to get into a position where I can hit this guy with the rocket launcher. I'm going to go over here and then crouch. And then assume that maybe we'll have a good angle on him by next round. We're going to do this, as crazy as that might look. And then we're going to do that. And then we're just going to do that. Okay. Only have 2 shots left with Darby, which is unfortunate. I'm going to crouch with these guys. Okay, well that wasn't as effective as I would have liked it to be. They're firing past her now, but still got the kill on one of them. That's very funny. Only have 3 shots left of this guy, but we'll still take one. Okay, blaster bug hit us, but unfortunately out of range of that. Landed a hit with Carta though. Okay, I kind of want to kill these guys, finish them off. Should be able to kill this guy next round with somebody, because he hasn't damaged our tank yet. Wow. Okay. Alright, so we got 2 rockets left. That'll be some money for us. That squad left, so we can't actually even get any money off of it anymore. We're going to have to start running stuff over at this point in time, but that aerial bug we still have to potentially deal with. I should be using Darby right now. Well, it's fine. Thankfully, these guys have some cover right now. Okay, well, get some line of sight here, I guess. There's a lot of bugs left. Jeez. Okay, we're going to take 2 shots and then move backwards. I don't have any great counter to that bug that's flying, so we're just gonna have to chain gun him down with the rest of our ammo. And like I said, we're gonna try running stuff over at this point in time. The body of our car is about the only thing we've got left to fight with. Huh. That was a good shot. They are gradually going through our armor, though. Like, that is the thing we need to be concerned about here. 45, man. Okay, doing that. Okay, so this guy will probably have to move all the way forward before he can actually do anything there. Okay, that shattered them. Well, that's annoying. Okay. No longer have any carbines left. Okay, we can get to the capture zone finally. Those bugs there are going to be a bit of a nuisance, but I'm hoping these guys move forward a little bit. They did not. Okay. We'll be able to finish those ones off next turn, though, and they've lost line of sight of us, so that's kind of the important thing here. Okay, so we start off with you. This took us way longer than the time limit, but ignore the time limits. They're bad missions, basically. Those guys are just running around like that. That's fine. We could try to run them over. Oh, there's a blaster bug there. Never mind. Well, I could have sworn we would have had, like, nothing left to fight, but, yeah, apparently I'm wrong. Okay, you get that way. And we're just going to have you hide behind there. There's a lot more stuff, actually. Alright, we won it. And I can't actually kill anything last bit here. Alright. So we got a lightly damaged weapon, which is going to suck, potentially, but we got the thing. We got off the ground here. I'm okay with this. It's fine. We lost Woodstack and Zed, and we, rescued Ruben. You know what? That's fine. At this point in time, we got a Protect Settlement. So we got a lot of money off of that. That's what bugs are worth. Like, these are very, very valuable for trade. We're going to be able to do one more mission before we really decide, but there's a decent chance I want to get this, and we can't get the OCI components like done right now. So even if we had the ability to get the fixer, I can't change those during operations. So I kind of just have to buy what we're going to buy here. This one would cost me 200, but would be very, very good during this particular mission that we're doing. So we're going to try and get it. So what this is basically just a setup weapon that is ridiculously powerful. This is probably our next thing, but it's not useful in this particular mission, so I don't really think about it right now. But, okay, so extermination would be way easier. Given how things are going, I might want to do that one instead. This one also has a bombardier. That's what, actually, no, we don't want to fight a bombardier. Those are always ridiculous. Bombardiers are basically like an artillery piece enemy, and they're kind of ridiculous to fight against. We're going to go with the tripod. She's got bruised. Minus 5% accuracy discipline. What we could actually do is just have you come around and like just be there, but not worry about what she's doing too badly, and just give you the tripod. Reduce your squad size down to like that, and just have you be a weapon specialist squad. Although apparently we actually got plenty of cash for some other stuff here. So we could actually send you in with the RPG and just have that be kind of meh. And then we could have her with the flamethrower, or actually what we probably want to do is have you with the flamethrower, because that works when you're not very accurate, and you take the RPG. Still 46 points left over, so we can get some ablative troops here. Oh. I did not have points to play with. Okay. Okay, so this is the minimum size squad here. We could also give him this thing and then have that be a little bit bigger of a unit, but alright, so the weapon jam here is going to be a potential problem, but we'll see how things go. Again, we're having Darby carry us, but the thing about this particular composition now, this thing is so strong that like we can kill those warrior beetles without having to like waste so much ammo. So that's going to be a much more valuable style of play for us. So these guys are alien stingers. Like they'll get killed by those machine guns pretty fast. I don't want to run up too far forward with this thing. Okay, I'm just going to do that. Move you up to there. I'm going to have you set up here. And what we're going to do is actually do a lure. To see if we can get these guys to come forward a bit. Well, he spotted me, but don't seem super interested. We could try to get these shots off here. This is a pretty good range for it. It's just I kind of want to save some of our shots so other people's weapons can take the brunt off of it. So we're going to run out of the crowbar ammo pretty quickly. Try and get a bit of vision over here. So there's an alien warrior over here. That's actually going to be really tough. Alright, so this is sort of what we were looking to be able to do here. Lock and load. Yeah, so that machine gun is actually kind of nutty. We probably could have killed those guys, though, with the flamethrower as well. But we'll move up to here. See what their sight line is. They shouldn't be able to see into there, which is fine. I want him to actually get up and move up here. We're going to have to keep bounding him up, which is going to be a little bit slow, but he's not the worst choice for that role. Oh, shit. Okay, we're going to move him back, or her back all the way here. And we want to get somewhere where we can do a setup. So we'll run to here, do the setup. Next turn we'll be able to activate the tripod. And we'll take a knee here. Gotta stay mobile with that flamethrower, so we're not going to move there necessarily. We're not going to ready in action. I don't want you getting surprise ambushed by that thing, so we're going to move to here. Okay, that's where it pulled itself out. Set up our tripod. Between that and Darby, we should get the kill here. Wish I could have got it with the rocket. That would have actually been great, but... Okay, we'll stand back up. Head up to here. Looks like we can actually see up there somehow. Move to here. Eh. That's unfortunate. Okay. So the reason this is unfortunate is that these shots are coming real close to Darby's squad here. We'll have Darby finish that thing off next turn, but I'm actually not sure she can. Okay, so we'll stand up, we'll move back to like here. All right, there we go. That's all we're gonna do for now. Yeah, I'm not gonna follow up another shot. I don't want to. I'm already firing danger close to Darby like way too much. Let's move to here though. She's getting lucky, Darby. So here's the problem. I kind of have to advance her forward here. So we'll see if this thing gets to move again. Ideally, it does not. Okay, now that this thing's like this, we can go ahead and finish this guy off here. Could actually transport the tripod like weapon with our vehicle because it's a slower weapon. Like it makes it move slower, but okay, against these guys, what we want to do is, again, get into a good position with these guys, set up, and then next turn we'll be able to lay into them with our gun here. Just going to do some laps here. Could also try to just do this, but I think we're going to find other things that we want to use those on at the way things are going here. Just going to do that for no reason. See if we can see anything while we're out there. Okay, we'll stand back up. Okay, and we'll get Darby to continue her scouting job here. We're going to go around this way. We're not going to let ourselves get... Oh, wow. Okay, well, I'm glad I checked this away, because holy crap. Uh-huh. I have this guy post up over here. I don't see a blaster over here, so we're going to inch our way forward one tile. Two, I guess. Just fire like that. Hmm. Okay, so the question is, who do we fire at first here, and who with? We do want to finish these guys off, but I think we'll do this. Nope, didn't finish him off. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. Man, alright, we're just a little bit shy there. So hopefully this guy moves, but nope, those guys will disappear off the out of existence, unfortunately. Okay, we'll try to kill these guys. There we go. Okay. Yeah, someone can see us there, so I'm out of position. I'm going to wait till we've got more troops in position here before we move that up. And ideally, we get a little bit of scouting intel here. That was probably what saw us. Okay, so this thing can move forward and I'll be fine. But again, I just want to get everybody moved up here. Alright, so we're going to start off by sending you up here. That's just going to be bait. Can't quite get where I need to with her yet again. Her low movement speed is always kind of a detriment, but we can just do this. Doesn't do much, but it's worth the training. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and set up here. Stand back up again. Okay, I'm going to possibly just keep advancing with her. Okay, let's move to there and then back one. I don't want to move too far forward here. All right, where are we seeing things? Over there. The sight lines here are wild. I can't actually tell what is sight lines. He can actually see me from like really far off for some reason. All right, we're just gonna end turn there. All right, there we go. Not too bad. Yeah, we picked this one even though the like reward is worse just because we don't want to get into too much trouble with what we're doing there. All right, so we have to hunt down Hive Queen. This one's going to be a little bit rough as well, but everything we're doing is a bit rough. Before we go in there, we have to buy this stuff though, so whoops. Keep those. Sell that. Okay, so we'll keep something that's worth 15 and then sell one of these. We do still have some of those pipe guns equipped as well, so it's a little bit less crucial for us to do what we're doing. And these things are just going to be really, really good, so we'll get those. All right, so we got all of these different like weird little toys there that are not necessarily useful here. Let's see, is this a night mission? Nope, it's a day mission. Got some intel so we can sort of see what's going on here. Got some stingers. There's a lot of enemy density just all over the place. People are pretty happy except for her. She's no longer as disheartened. That's going to go away pretty quickly. Bruised is still there, though. All right. So one of the other resources we could potentially be using is we could be doing more promotions instead of having some troops here. Again, and that potentially is what we want, but what I would probably be doing for promotions right now is, let's see if we can get, you can get to 16. So what we're going to potentially do with people who are not going to be using their like full builds, we're going to like have them sort of on whatever for a while. We could get growth potential on 2 people, maybe even 3, if I am hinging my like success on Darby for the first bit here. We could actually just get like growth or new tricks here on everybody, and have them like get like better stats like really, really quickly. And then we just demote that out of them later and then go for their actual build once we've sort of gotten into that. So I think we're going to try that. Don't necessarily think that's the best way to always play, but I think that that's a good way to play. Seaglestorm being racist over there. Fantastic. I have no idea who that is. Okay, so we can move all the way up here. Can move to here. Can actually move up to here safely. Okay, so with what we're seeing here, what I'm going to do is push up with just the vehicle and turn here. Apparently they have no interest in coming closer to us, so... Okay, so we'll move you, like, maybe to here. Maybe move towards there, actually. We can get there next turn. Okay, so still given the stuff that's here, we're going to try and do a lure still. Alright, so this is actually kind of risky because you can actually damage your vehicles with a flamethrower. I'm going to save my shots that are longer range. I'm not going to bother firing them right now. I'm not going to fire at them. I'm just going to run these guys over, I think, next turn. Let's just set up our gun. Okay, well, we're set up. We're going to wait till next turn so we can just lure them up with the car again. Got this guy already set up like this. Might as well leave him set up like that. I wouldn't mind pushing forward a bit with their scouting, though. Get a glimpse of what's around here. A lot of regulars and then a little bit of warriors. Okay. Getting eyes on blaster bugs is really something that we're kind of like interested in doing here. Gonna have to go all the way up here for this. Hoping to entice a little bit more of them forward here before we really give them hell here. Just gonna keep trying to lure them forward. Just gonna kneel. Leaving just a little bit alive in each of these squads, but that's fine. What's priority here? Some of them are probably going to get away if I do this, but one of them getting away is fine. Gonna do this. Those ones are running away. Unfortunate. Should have just shot them with the gun. Leave those ones for Carta to flamethrower next turn. Alright, we're going to shoot at one of these guys here. That was more of an impact on our damage than I thought it was going to. Okay. It's kind of perfect in a way there. Alright. Let's try and finish off some squads here. Make some money. Okay. We're going to do this, but we're going to start moving up here. Ooh, that got the whole squad. That's really good. Okay, there's the queen. Okay, we want to get away from that queen to a certain extent. Alright, so we want to get you up. Move to like here. And this will let Carta do work with her flamethrower against these guys here without some backblast. I'm just going to try and kill the squad off. I'm not going to worry about anything else there. Okay, so we got range on basically everything here. We're going to set up our tripod. And we're going to do this. You can see that that actually did quite a lot of damage to that queen there. So, okay, the fact that that is not dead is terrifying. Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna have to retry that one. First time I've had to do that. I think I could have gotten lucky and gotten the kill there, but the fact that we're gonna have to go back to quite a bit further into the beginning is really annoying, but whatever. If I had gotten the wavering on the queen, we would have been fine. That's really all I needed, but it's kind of hard to do. She's actually got pretty good discipline, so... But the 50 cal is definitely the way to go against her for what we've got. That and the rocket launchers. Maybe the rocket launchers first would have done it. All right. Well, you know, we can like move up to here and they don't really give a damn. It's going to do this. That's them still not giving a damn. She's going to stop like a million times on the way to here. Okay, a bunch of them have already technically moved. I can probably get up to here. Even though we'll be visible, I don't think they'll actually do anything about it. Oh, never mind. Here they are. Of course. Alright. Gonna get some shots out actually from you. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Alright. The fact that Queen aggressively moved up to me is also something I'm kind of not used to. Usually they're passive. I wonder if a patch changed the AI a little bit to make them a little bit more aggressive, because if they did, that's actually really good. Okay, ooh, that's not great. Okay. I have to actually just run up with this guy. I can't have him hanging out back here. And we're just going to have these guys get shredded first. Thankfully, we've got the carbine variant instead of the other one. Oh, that sucks. Okay, I should have crouched, actually. That's basically what I needed there. Okay, we're in position here. Got that malfunction there. That sucks, but that's fine. Can actually reach from here. Just gonna do 2 hits of that. Whoops. Alright, well those ones, we're not going to be able to get their delicious, delicious organs. So that's a bit unfortunate, but whatever. Nice, that's what we needed. Okay, so there's the problem. Do you still have to clear out all of the other stuff to a certain extent, but... Okay, so we could do those. She's going to have to charge forward, so that'll give us a little bit of time here. Could just break them first. Crouch. So that'll break them, but they'll still be around. Okay, we can do some armor breaking here, is what we're sort of about, but I think that we get the best armor breaks out of this. Assuming we hit. Okay, so that hit. That'll break some of its armor. Now let's move closer so we can get these shots a little bit better. Because machine guns actually hit harder if it's close by. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Those guys are gone. That's fine. Okay, so we have to figure out what to do about this guy. The risky thing that we can do is just fire with this. This might be our best bet. Okay, we managed to not hit Carta, which is what we're trying to avoid there. Okay, we just have to fight our way to evac now. Which, a bit easier said than done, but also, you know, we'll be fine. Admittedly, there's apparently a lot more enemies, so maybe this won't be as simple as I'm making it sound here. We'll stick to the side and just try and work our way up. These guys are probably gone, so we probably... Actually, no. If they're retreating like that, they'll probably come back. Yeah, they're back to wavering. You know what? That's fine. I haven't seen very many blasters yet, actually. I should be careful. They could easily have an anti-tank loitering around somewhere. And Warriors is fine. Admittedly, what I really need if I'm getting that... Oh, I've got secondary objectives. How many destroy... There's only one alien nest, okay. The thing about the destroy X number of enemies is that it's actually a really good side objective to actually do. And the reason is that it causes the enemy to drop a lot more like equipment for you. So we'd be able to start our next mission looking at the stuff that they've got available, and we'd be able to buy a lot more, which is always a good thing. Okay, so we're still heading into here. Yeah, so we're going to be able to get a good number of them from this. Move you like that. They'll be able to set up next turn. And it's important because our MG on this thing keeps bugging out because we've got damage on it. Nope, we got the kill. Alright. Let's just move you up like this. Find out there's a blaster just in the fog of war and be very sad about it. I need to do this first before I do these things. Okay. Only 4 shots left on this thing. And there's people that say this thing's bad. Alright, those guys are back down to wavering. That's perfect, actually. We can harvest their juicy bits. More warriors, okay. I'm actually just going to move to, like, here. Even going to kneel here. Just going to keep chipping at this, destroying its armor while we wait for enemies to do things. I should have done this slightly differently. This will be fine, actually. I can actually just do this. We've got her doing it, then that's pretty reliable, actually, the shots from the RPGs. Alright. Okay, we're just going to wait here. I kind of want to I want to machine gun these guys when they get closer to us. So we're just going to do some pipe gun shots into these guys. I thought we hit them. Alright, this is fine. Alright, that wipes another one. Gonna do this, then I'm gonna run away with her. She's gonna get chewed up by this, oh, well. gonna do that. Completely did not defend their own eggs. Where is this thing? Okay, we're just gonna have to do the move up and then set up all at once there. I've got enough shots that I can do this. Okay, I just need to find one more. I think over here is a good bet. Yep. Okay, well that's one of them. Okay. Let's see if we can lure one more. Works like a charm. Alright, let's get out of here. Do wish you would stop using slurs. Just barely out. Alright, so that went pretty clean. That queen was a little bit tougher than I remember it being. I wonder if they buffed her. Although I think I also got a little bit unlucky with that first one. Alright, so we got Bruce still. Alright, we got some options. So you got the Infantry Special. This one is a heavy setup grenade launcher. Launch fragmentation grenade salvo over medium distance can inflict heavy damage on multiple unarmored targets and ignore cover. Okay, so this one's kind of okay. It's actually got really good range. Trade value is 50. You can also get this R10A6 range K-Pack, which is a long-range variant of a assault rifle. I actually find these to be a little bit lackluster in a lot of situations, but they can be quite good. This is kind of like the opposite. This is a long-range variant of a weapon compared to like the other one that we got. I think we probably take this. Got 87 OCI components. Call a stop to it or not our business. What is going on here? Comms picked up activity on two high-speed spacecraft. They seem to be trying to escape the other. Sage's voice and Alex and the extensive nature of one of the crafts determines one pilot is the son of Zane Beecher board member. The other craft chasing him has no manifest or license number, almost certainly a pirate. Might improve our position with the corporation by intervening. Okay. A missile is launched. The pilot kills its engines, rotates 180 degrees, and fires off into the opposite direction. Hoping to cut missile trajectory, TCR Engineering sees the missile whip back in an instant. The pirate retreat is cut short as the missile catches up. Rocking the rear engine and sending an explosion cascading through the inner hull. Also left is shimmering red-hot debris. The young man being chased comes with comms, almost crying with thanks that he will tell his father about your heroic actions. A lot of day's work. +8 trust with Zane Beecher Corp. Okay, so that's good. So the backbone, we've got a little bit of stuff going on here. So we have the ability to get the CRC Center, Rocket Run, or the Advanced Medical Bay. I'm going to get the Advanced Medical Bay unlocked. That's going to be actually really good. Got a bunch of stuff here that we can do, but what we're going to do first is go into our hull, and we are going to go ahead and pop in a fixer. Now, we do want pretty soon to get like an X-Woo or the Woo, which is the Wayback Outreach Office, which just basically gets us new recruits. But this also lets us advance this to the advanced medical bay instead of the busted ass medical bay that we have, which is +1 squad mate. Jumping all the way from there to +3 with a 50% chance of saving everyone else. So that's a way of retaining people that we already have, which is pretty good. Nobody's tired yet. That's really good as well. Let's do this in the black market for this one. There's a grenade launcher, which is just a lighter one as opposed to the setup one that we've managed to pick up here. We've got a new gun. Another camo could be interesting, but usually I only want one because we're using it for a specific type of reconnaissance. Could get a war dog drone. It can be moved around with a. I think this is the one that can drive into stuff and explode. I don't actually think that this thing hits super hard or anything like that, but it is kind of an interesting weapon system that you get there. There's the hollow points are available as well. We've got the Werfger disposable AT launcher. Those are really, really good. As far as this stuff goes, like these are almost always here. You got access to like the R14A2 ARC, which is an assault rifle. It's pretty good. You got the R10A6 K-Pack, which is another assault rifle. It's pretty good. Basically, you got the I think this is supposed to be the AK-47, whereas this is supposed to be M16. Then you got the crowbar, and then you've got the MP3A9 PPP, which is the PDW. So all those are pretty good for different things there. This is what people say is really good, but there's a lot of weaknesses to it. It can't hit close targets, and it only fires 2 bullets. These things both fire 3 bullets, with this one firing a heavier round that's capable of doing a lot more damage. I forget what the downside of it relative to the other one is. This one fires less damaging bullets. This one's got more range, so you're trading off a lot of damage for 1 extra range. This one over here, very short range, but it fires 5 bullets with a good amount of damage on those. So you got options. You got options. For our vehicle, we could get a couple different things as well. And then in rare items, there's the Crocodile, there's the Twin Griffin Dynamics Rotary Barrel Machine Gun. This is a really interesting heavy weapon, but if I was going to get a heavier weapon, I would probably pick the laser because it's not $1 million for that. Could also get explosive reactive armor. That's actually really, really good. That's only against rocket-based attacks, though, but that's still, quite strong. 80% chance to negate damage from those rockets for 3 charges. Pretty good, pretty good. If I was going to pick one of these, it would probably be the War Dog. That's actually got some really interesting potential to it for doing things that we otherwise can't really. This thing basically scouts and is capable of like doing some interesting things as far as like gathering intel, but its most important thing is like you can sort of ram it and stuff and it acts like a grenade. So we'll see what our missions are. We'll see if there's any situation where I would really want that. As far as OCI components, we've only got 37 left, so we can't get anything right now. As far as on the map goes, we've got the ability to go here to deal with an alien infestation for Zane. We could actually do Dice and then Zane and then Backbone and get all 3 of those. We got just enough time for that. So we'll probably do it in that order, just so that we get all of those hits. Dice, we could definitely do something. I want the electronic warfare system. +4 concealment, 1 turn is super, super powerful if you know what you're doing with it. So we're probably going to play that way. Over here, I don't usually do much with Zane Beecher tech. They've got some good stuff, but Zane Beecher AI logistics is quite good later. Repair Bay is, okay. Salvage Teams is good later. Like, none of the stuff is good now, and they take up slots that are competing with better stuff from, like, Dice and better stuff from Backbone. So that's kind of the problem with them. The auto laser turret, though, is quite good. But in any event, though, that's going to be our episode for today. Hope you found this one enjoyable, and of course, as always, hope to see you guys all next time.